welcome to This Day. It is Saturday, May 24th. It's Memorial Day weekend, but you knew it was Saturday because here I am at the desk, as always on a Saturday. Hey guys, real quick, can we do this next year from a poolside thing? Can we maybe do it? I'm being told no. Okay, so I'm here on Saturday on Memorial Day weekend. There you go. That's the way it's going to be. But we got a great show for you. Let's talk about it. We have from RadNet going to be Dr. Valentina Bonev. She is an oncologist and breast surgeon, and she's going to be talking to Bree about some of the latest things they're doing there in terms of that field and some of the latest diagnostics they have that can help over at RadNet. So look forward to that interview. And then I'm going to be talking with the folks from the Pickleball Club. We have Miranda McPhee and Steryl Stritch is going to be in here. We talk about the club, the growth. They have a big event coming up in June that we're going to want to do for fundraising for firefighters and their benevolent foundation. So make sure you stay tuned for that as well. Excited about talking about them about that. All right, stay informed. It's a Memorial Day Stay Informed, and we've got a good one for you on Monday. The Performing Arts Center Clubhouse 3. Join for a day of remembrance of those who died serving our country. This ceremony will feature the All-American Boys Choir, American Legion Post 257, and other guest speakers. Tickets are free. Make sure you pick them up over the pack while they last, and make sure you get in there and enjoy the wonderful presentation for Memorial Day that we have planned over at the pack. There you go. Let's check our weather forecast for this wonderful weekend, and we got some great temperatures. This is really the kind of Memorial Day weekend you hope for in terms of temperature and sunshine. 72 is going to be the coolest day. That's going to be today. And Sunday we have 75 degrees, mostly sunny. 75 again, mostly sunny on Memorial Day, and then really the pattern continues through the week, and then we get a little cooler on Wednesday. Let's check our sunrise sunset while we're at it. Got a beautiful picture here by Stephanie Casey. Thank you for sending us that. She did this up at the LA Flower Market. Look at all those beautiful flowers. I bet it smelled fantastic. We need smell-o-vision on these TVs to see what that was smelling like, but the beautiful pictures, beautiful flowers up there. Sunrise this morning was 5:44. Sunset tonight is going to be 7:51. If you have a picture you'd like to send us, pets, places, vacation spots, flower markets, or right here around the village, just beautiful shots, we'd love to see them. Email us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name and make sure you include where you took the picture, and we will use it in our sunrise sunset segment. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and then Bree Cox-Kennedy will be right back with RadNet's Dr. Valentina Bonev. Stay with us.
Who is RadNet? You've probably heard our name and seen our commercials, but you still might not know who we are. RadNet is the largest provider of outpatient imaging services in the United States, with over 8,000 employees and almost 400 imaging centers in 7 states. Likely, if you have had diagnostic imaging, you have experienced RadNet's high-quality, cost-effective imaging services. With 35 years of expertise, RadNet is leading into the future with advanced technology and the very latest AI technology. We are positioned for the future of healthcare. RadNet, leading radiology forward.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Here to give us all the details that we need to know. As far as high risk for breast cancer, we welcome Dr. Valentina Bonev.
Yes.
With RadNet and BreastLink.
Yes.
Such a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for coming back to talk about this very important topic.
Thank you for having me, Bree. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Let's just dive in and talk about what is meant by high risk breast cancer.
So first off, average risk for breast cancer, 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. So that's around a 12% risk. So that would be average risk. High risk for breast cancer means higher than average risk. So someone who's technically over 20% lifetime risk of developing breast cancer. So we have tools that we can calculate for each woman an individualized risk, and we use their personal factors, family history, medical history to determine what their risk is. And depending on their risk, we know how to monitor them.
I see. So are you finding that there are younger and younger patients that are being diagnosed? Or do you think that that has sort of remained the same in terms of when women are actually getting breast cancer?
So the median age of diagnosis of breast cancer is 63 years old. So half of women are going to be diagnosed before 63. The other half are going to be after 63. And I'd say that we are getting younger women coming in with the breast cancer diagnosis. But in general, we're getting more breast cancer diagnoses. And one of the biggest factors is that imaging is so widespread, so specifically getting a mammogram. Also, the technology compared from now to, like, let's say 10, 20 years ago has improved. And another factor is I think that more women are aware what to look for example, a lump, something that's new that they haven't noticed, maybe nipple discharge. And hopefully women are noticing that something has changed and then going to their doctor to be evaluated.
Right, and not just thinking, oh, it's nothing, it'll go
Right,
away.
right.
I think that the topic is so widespread now. There's a lot of awareness about it. Whereas probably 20 years ago it was kind of like a little more private of a topic, and you weren't openly discussing it with your friends and family as we do now.
Yeah, there's more of a conversation now and an awareness, and I think that's great.
I do too, absolutely. So what should women do if they are at high risk?
So if they're high risk, we advise them to see a breast specialist so that they can be monitored appropriately. So a high risk patient is going to get breast exams twice a year, so every 6 months. They're still going to continue to get a mammogram once a year. And then we usually supplement with a breast MRI once a year as well. Another option would be breast ultrasound. So the point is, we don't want patients to go a year or longer without getting a breast exam or getting some sort of breast imaging. So the point is, someone is high risk for breast cancer doesn't mean that they will 100% develop breast cancer, but we know that they're high risk. So if they were to develop breast cancer, we want to detect it as early as possible. So the earlier you detect the breast cancer, it's a smaller stage, a smaller tumor, we can remove it, and oftentimes patients don't even need chemotherapy, they don't need to have a big surgery, they can have a small surgery like a lumpectomy, and patients will have an excellent prognosis and do well.
Right. So I heard on one of the videos that you were involved with, you were a guest on one of the videos with an actress who was diagnosed at 0% breast cancer. So how does that work if the machines are detecting a 0%, but yet she goes on to have surgery?
So yes, I think you're referring to stage 0 breast cancer.
Stage 0, yes.
So it is a little bit confusing, but breast cancer staging 1 through 4, 4 is metastatic. So stage 0 is cancer cells that are stuck within the breast duct. So they're within the breast, they have not spread or grown into a mass yet. They have not spread to the lymph nodes or to other parts of the body. So because technology is so improved now, okay, we can actually find on mammogram, for example, so stage 0 breast cancer is called DCIS or ductal carcinoma in situ. We can see these very tiny, they're called calcifications, so they have an abnormal pattern on mammogram, which we know how to spot them, and we're triggered to get a biopsy of it. And we're detecting cancer now so early that it's a stage 0, but that's great because now patients, again, it's so early, they have essentially 100% survival rate. They only need, in most cases, a small surgery. They don't need chemotherapy for stage 0. So we can treat patients very easily. They do very well with the treatment, and then they continue to live long lives.
And so when you say small surgery, are you referring to just extracting those cells
It's
that are compromised?
yeah. So it's lumpectomy, which is removing the cells and then a little bit of normal breast tissue around it to make sure that you're removing the cancerous area in its entirety.
Sure, yes. And so is it environmental factors that are really contributing to the high risk of breast cancer?
That's a good question, and that's something that we're still trying to figure out. I still get patients who are completely healthy and eat healthy, exercise, they don't have a family history of breast cancer, and we don't know why they get breast cancer. And then I have other families who come to me and let's say they grew up on a farm and every single person on that farm, men and women, had breast cancer. So there has to be some environmental factors. You can see clusters of not only breast cancer, maybe brain cancer you may hear on the news in like a certain area. So there is some environmental factors that we're still trying to figure out.
Mm-hmm. And do we know how to lower our risk?
So there are certain factors we can't change, like our family history, right? But there are some ways you can lower your risk. So maintaining a healthy weight, exercising regularly, limit alcohol consumption, and try to limit long-term hormone replacement therapy use. So we found through research data that women who are obese, who drink alcohol, have heavy consumption of alcohol on a regular basis, or on hormone replacement therapy for long-term, so usually like a 10-year plus, those patients are at a little bit of a higher risk than someone who doesn't have those factors. So the good thing is these are modifiable risk factors, meaning these are lifestyle changes that you can do and help to lower your risk.
Right. And why do you think, I'm sure you have a theory, it feels like, there are cancer all over the body. Of course, we all know that. But it seems like it's very targeted to the breast tissue. Mm-hmm. Why is that?
So, I mean, it may seem kind of silly or obvious, but the number one risk factor of breast cancer is being a female, right? And having that glandular breast tissue. There are actually, men can also get breast cancer,
We have had
which,
a guest on the show who
yes,
had it.
so people aren't really aware of that. It's very rare to get breast cancer, but just by being a female and having breast tissue, unfortunately, puts every woman at, some risk of getting breast cancer.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Such valuable information. We all need to stay on top of it.
Right.
You've, one of your outlets is creative writing. So you started a blog for
Yes. So
wellness blog?
Yeah, so I enjoy creative writing. It's just a way of kind of expressing myself. So of course I have the technical, portion of my brain, and then I like to have that just kind of free-flowing creativity, just as a release too.
Absolutely. Do you enjoy the creative writing?
Yes. Creative writing, journal writing, scrapbooking, all of that. It's
kinda
also
gets it out of your head
it's
too, right?
kind of a way to unwind and de-stress.
Right. So what's the psychological effect on both the patient and members of the family when somebody is diagnosed with high-risk breast cancer?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, I mean, it definitely puts some anxiety on some patients, and then that anxiety is sometimes transferred, let's say, to siblings or, other family members. But I think it should be treated more as a tool and information that we're using, and now we know how to monitor someone closely, and by having that information, that impacts their family members, like, let's say, a sister. To be screened appropriately. So it's just all about awareness, and knowledge is power.
Absolutely. So are you seeing, is the mortality rate decreasing just because of all of these advanced technologies that we have available to us now?
So detection rate is increasing, but mortality rate is decreasing because we are able to detect cancer like stage 0 so incredibly early. Patients essentially have 100% survival rate. So luckily, with all this technology and all this early detection, patients are, surviving longer than ever.
Wonderful. That's great news. Tell us real quick, where are you located? How do our viewers find you?
So my office is in BreastLink in Orange, across from St. Joseph's Hospital. We have my breast clinic there. So I am a surgeon, but I also see patients with any type of breast complaints, where it's a lump, a cyst, nipple discharge, any sort of breast complaints, someone with family history, someone who wants to be evaluated for high risk. We also offer genetic testing to our high risk patients or our cancer patients, so that can be very helpful information. We have all of our breast imaging there, so mammogram, breast ultrasound, breast MRI, and then we have all other imaging for all types of the body, should you need it.
All inclusive. Well, thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you for
Valentina
having me,
Benev. I
Bree.
appreciate you being here. Such important information to share with our
Thank you.
viewers. You're watching This Day on Village TV. We'll be back after these messages.
You've got mail.
Computing isn't what it used to be. And the future? It's evolving faster than ever. At the Laguna Woods PC Club, we're committed to keeping you ahead of the curve. Our state-of-the-art workshop boasts over 30 computers, scanners, and printers. Our dynamic seminars, led by experienced volunteers, cover the latest trends in computing. Embrace the future of computing with us. The Laguna Woods PC Club.
Well, the Pickleball Club is serving up some fun this June. They have fun every day, but in June they have some real fun events coming up. And from the Pickleball Club, we want to welcome Miranda McPhee and Cheryl Stritch to the program.
Good morning.
Cheryl, it's always fun when I get to interview you because you're always interviewing other people on your show. But here we go. So the Pickleball Club, it's one of the biggest clubs, if not the biggest clubs in the whole village, right?
I think it's the biggest sports club in
Okay,
Laguna Woods
wow.
Village, yeah.
And how many members are you guys up to?
As of this morning, 559.
And counting, the tick keeps going up, right?
Yeah, well, we launched a beginners coaching program a few weeks ago,
wow.
and that's proving to be very popular, just
Yeah.
introducing people to the sport.
And I know so many people have heard, it's the fastest growing sport in the place. But have you guys noticed that it's been picking up membership? Has it really been kind
Oh,
of?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We came into the year at about 380.
Oh, wow.
So we tend to accelerate throughout
So
the
you're
year.
going to probably double by
Yeah.
the end of the year at
Yeah.
least, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
we'll be over 600.
All right, so now I have a question that isn't on my sheet here. What does that do in terms of the court usage and those kinds of things? Are you guys starting to? Is it starting to become a thing where there's not enough time to get all the pickleballers on the court?
Well, we had to institute a policy called Brad's Boxes in order to make it fair for people. You can play one game, but if the orange flag is up, you have to get off and wait your turn and put your group's name up on the board and wait
Okay.
your turn to come on. Yeah, we would love to have more courts.
We just have to be pretty imaginative. We
Right.
have a couple of hours in the week where we teach beginners. We've introduced a ladder that more competitive people set up games in their own time. We have the priority hours when people kind of converge on the courts, and then we run mini tournaments as well. So we kind of duck and dive in and out of the courts because we've only got 7, so the math doesn't work very well.
Right. Now, I've played pickleball a few times. Some friends have introduced me, and I think it's just a lot of fun. And it seems to be like more relaxed than like a game like tennis or golf with the rules and those kind of things. Do you guys enjoy that part of it just as much as the exercise part of it?
Very much so. I mean, the middle of the courts is the patio. And because you play one game, which is like 15 to 20 minutes, and then come off, and you may go back onto the courts with the same players or somebody different, you get a high level of social interaction. It means you can also play at your own speed if you're feeling energetic or not energetic.
But what I'm finding is we work together. Even our opponents, we go good shot. I mean,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah, it's
happy
fun.
for them.
And you're rotating new people in all the time, so there's a how you met moments could be happening right there on the courts.
That-
Are you
actually-
making friends? Are you?
Actually, I have gotten some interviewees from our pickleball club. So thank you very much.
He's a great source for that, right?
Yes.
All right, you guys have a charity day coming up. I want to talk a little bit about that. What's it about? What was the thought behind it, and what are you guys doing?
Well, Miranda felt that Miranda's president of the pickleball club, and she has wanted to do a charity day for a long time. And we've chosen the firefighters because, hey, they're here all the time, and we really care about them. So we are having a fundraiser for the Orange County Fire Authority Benevolent Association that helps firefighters in need. And I don't know if you know this, but occupational cancer is the biggest cause of death for firefighters. And when you're sick, you need help. And so we want to raise money for these people. Anyway, so...
No, yeah, it's a big deal because I know that when they're fighting fires, it's not like a forest fire where it's just wood and
Right.
there's industrial chemicals in the things that we have in our homes, and when those things burn up and become airborne, and it can be really dangerous
Yes.
for them, and the
Yes.
exposure they're exposed to.
We also discovered that a lot of firefighters play pickleball.
There you go.
So there's an obvious connection there.
Okay, so a little fun as well.
So we're having a two-prong charity event. The first day on June 8th is a carnival held at Clubhouse 1
Right.
at 5:30. The second day is a play-a-thon, and we are asking some firefighters to come and play with our members at the play-a-thon. So 2 days of a lot of interesting fun.
Now, as a handicap, do they have to wear their helmet, gear, tank on the back?
Oh no, we want them no chest, nothing, bare chest.
Yeah, bare chest. Yeah, the less the better.
We'll get a lot of people.
Come on.
A lot of people will come and play.
Oh my goodness,
No,
we went the wrong direction with that, Cheryl. So that's gonna be great. So I want to make sure people know it's June 8th. Doors open at 5:30. Entry fee is $25. Cash at the door. Bring extra money for food and raffle, things like that. And you can get more information on LagunaWoodsPickleball.com. And then the next day on June 9th is going to be from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. is going to be the pay-to-play fun event that you guys are going to hold on.
And Michael, I just need to give a shout out to
Sure.
our steering committee who have been fabulous in putting this together. I couldn't have done it without them. Miranda said, Cheryl, you can do it. You can organize this. You can be in charge. So I have gotten fabulous people in the games committee, the food committee, security, the check-in committee, the volunteer committee. I mean, I could not have done this without them. And I think it's going to be a fabulous event, a fun
Fantastic.
event.
Miranda, good job. It's all about delegation.
Absolutely.
How did you get into pickleball? When did you start? Because I mean, you can see. Oh, here we go. There's going to be a story here.
Well, actually, I have to blame Cheryl for that. I was widowed 5 years ago, and she said, "Come down to the courts. It'll get take your mind off things."
Okay.
So once you go down to the courts, you start playing. That's it. You're in.
Okay. I know that exercise can definitely be an escape for people, right? It can kind of help lift the fog, get you out. Is that what you felt like in that time?
Yes, and also during COVID, there weren't that many things you could do. So pickleball was one of the first to open up, and we were playing in a mask, and then we weren't playing in masks, then we were playing together, and it's such an easy game to get into because it's easy to play, and people are very friendly. I mean, the thing I love about the club is we are a big club, but we have a very big heart.
Takes a minute to learn and a lifetime to master.
Yes, exactly.
How do you feel? I mean, let's talk about your game. Do you feel like you've elevated? Do you feel like, hey, I've really kind of got
Excuse
this game?
me, I have to tell you something. Miranda is an international medal winner in pickleball.
Well, there you go.
That's embarrassing.
I
There you
embarrassed.
go.
I had
She
to
wasn't gonna, I
embarrass
could tell
her.
she wasn't going to say it, right? She
because-
wasn't going to tell
right,
us. Well,
because she's very.
that's so fun.
Yeah, I do
That's
compete
great.
in tournaments. I can hit a ball.
There you go. Well, I saw your bag. You're playing, I guess, later or something because you have your bag. It's ready to go. She's got her equipment.
Right.
She's legit. When you see the people with their bags and all the stuff, okay, we're in trouble. I keep mine in like the sock drawer and prep my paddle out.
But I like to play a soft game and train with friends as well as play competitively. So,
Right.
and you can do everything on
And
the
that's the
courts.
other thing I'll say that's fun about pickleball that I've noticed is like I've seen people just going bum, 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 and then somebody else comes on the court and they can see their skill level isn't there and they don't just go after them because you said it's that friendly kind of fun game, so they lighten up. Let me volley it right to you.
You can practice your shots on at that point. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you find most fun about the pickleball? Is it the actual playing or is it the community of it or?
It's everything, and I have to tell you a little secret that I met my boyfriend playing pickleball.
Oh no! Wow.
Yeah. A romance on the pickleball court. Yeah.
All right.
But I do like pickleball. I like it a lot. I could never serve in tennis, but pickleball is so much easier, and I really like the workout.
All right, so you have to invite me on your show, and I'll sit in your chair, and we'll do How We Met with you and your boyfriend.
And you can come down to the courts anytime. We'll play with you.
Oh yeah, they'll let me in. I have my own paddle. I really do. So when you guys get out there, have you seen what have you noticed about the growth of this as people come on to the courts and just really find this world? Is it exciting for you to introduce people to pickleball and say this is just this? Now you get it,
Well, a lot of new people have come, and it's been really fun to meet the new people who have learned how to play pickleball outside of here. Because when I first came 10 years ago, pickleball nobody knew about it. And it's interesting to see people who are moving to Laguna Woods who know how to play pickleball and have their strengths, and you can play against them. I don't know, it's just really
I think also in this community, people come and say, well, I've got a new hip, or I don't move as well as I could. And we show them that, we introduce them to somebody who might be at the same skill level, and they realize that you can do it, whatever your level. There's a level for you, there's an age for you.
Right.
Our oldest player is 94. whatever you want to do, you can do it. It doesn't have to be this high-end,
We have-
fast-moving thing.
We
all
have a
the time.
Sunday morning game, and one of our players can't see out of one eye. He's had artificial hips, artificial knees, and he used to be a fabulous player, but right now he can't move as much, and everybody makes accommodations for him because he's such a nice guy and he's been in the game for a long time. And that's the kind of sport it is.
So when Cheryl introduced you to this game and you had your first day out there, what did that feel like compared to the joy you have in playing pickleball now?
Pretty good. I knew it was a place for me. I mean, a year later I broke my foot, but I came back from that. So you can come back from anything. Now I play probably 5 days a week, probably too much, but can't really say no to one more game.
There you go. All right. Well, if you want to say yes to one more game and you want to raise some money for a good cause, let's go review that real. Come to the carnival. It's going to be Sunday, June 8th. Clubhouse 1. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Entry fee is $25. Cash at the door. Bring money for food and extra raffle stuff. More information at lagunawoods.pickleball.com. And then the next day, Monday, June 9th, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's the pay-to-play fun event with the firefighters, and all of this is going to be raising money for their benevolent foundation. Cheryl and Miranda, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great game today.
Thank you.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
The carnival is coming to town. The Pickleball Club Adult Carnival is a fundraiser for our firefighting community. The carnival will be a blast. Horse racing, ring toss, darts, great raffles, fun prizes, and tasty food. $25 cash entry fee, food, raffles, and GRF bar are extra. Support our firefighters. Sunday, June 8th, Clubhouse 1, doors open at 5:30.
Got a Saturday movie to tell you about, and it's a good one. Looks like a real fun romantic comedy. It is called Life as We Know It, and stars Katherine Heigl. It's brought to us by City of Hope. It's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. It's a romantic comedy of two single adults who become caregivers to an orphaned girl when their mutual best friends die in an accident. So kind of a sad start to it, but a great romantic comedy all the same. So watch that at 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Let's take a quick check of our Memorial Day weekend weather forecast, and it couldn't be any better, folks. We got a nice cool day today. 72 degrees is going to be our high, mostly sunny this afternoon. And then we got sunny skies on Sunday, 75. Sunny skies on Monday, 75. Sunny skies, partly cloudy, maybe a little bit in there, but also 75 on Tuesday. So great Memorial Day weekend, great Memorial Day on Monday. Hope you enjoy it. And speaking of Monday on the program, we are going to be off. We're going to be celebrating Memorial Day with our friends and families as well. And we've got some great lineup of movies to tell you about. We have at 9 a.m. we have Aquila and the Bee. I started watching that on an airplane and we landed before it was finished, so I have to finish that movie myself. And then at noon, Bullet with Steve McQueen. That's a classic one. And then at 4 p.m., Walter Matthau stars in Koch. So there's our lineup for our Memorial Day movies on Monday. Hope you look forward to those. And we will be back with Bree Cox Kennedy on Tuesday with more episodes of This Day, so stay tuned for that as well. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.